Hey guys, M13 here. Long time no talk. On my scooter, I regularly, and I'll deny this if you tell anyone, I regularly do double, triple the speed limit. Like if the speed limit's 40, I'm doing I'm generally doing 60 miles an hour. It doesn't really matter what the road is. Like if I wasn't talking to you guys, there's a good chance I'd be doing 60 on this road right here. And I'm just kind of always doing double the speed limit. But in the car, it's rare for me to speed in the car. I have a speed camera detector. Well, it's an app actually, but it works amazingly. And whenever it says speed camera ahead, I always glance over to see what speed I'm doing because I don't pay attention. And it's rare for me to be speeding. Or yeah, I'm usually doing about, well, it depends. It depends. It's rare for me to be doing more than just 5 or 10 over. And a lot of times I'm doing the speed limit or a bit under. But on a scooter, you put me on a scooter and it's like every second I'm speeding. Although I have noticed myself slowing down just recently. Anyways, yeah, I think the video is long enough. Actually, I'll give you a neat example of me slowing down on the scooter. Recently, I've been noticing scooters at night. Let me check to see if I'm even still freaking recording. Okay, so I'll give you a neat example of me slowing down on the scooter as I get older. Recently, when I'm riding at night, there's been a few times where I notice someone's riding a scooter behind me and they got their brights on. And I can tell the difference between a scooter with its regular lights or brights. And it annoys the heck out of me because it's bright as heck, and they've made the conscious decision to have their brights on and be blinding me at nighttime. So I usually I'll slow down, or very often I'll brake check them. My dog needs to walk. Huh? Gravel is very rare here. I wonder what's going to happen if I ride on gravel. Oh, this gravel is hard. Oh no, I'm sinking. So there we go. So let me just talk. So what happens is I'll check my mirror and somebody will have their brights on, and sometimes I'll brake check them or whatever. I'll usually move over, go behind them, and then put my brights on, and then just follow them with my brights on to let them know how it feels. But people here are so unaware that they generally don't notice. They don't realize. I could be flashing them and they won't even notice. And then I'll pull up with them next to them at a red light. And I'll say, dude, why you blinding me with your brights? And I'll flick it off. But this is the interesting bit. I've only noticed people riding with their brights on at night in the last year. So I was giving this a lot of thought. I'm like, what does that mean? I've been here about 20 years. Does that mean for the first 19 years I was here, people didn't use the bright lights, and it's only become a thing in the last year? Now, if I were you, I'd pause the video and give it some thought. Why are people all of a sudden using their bright lights now after I've already been here 19 years? See if you can guess the answer. It took me a while. I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, I know why. The answer is, as I've already hinted at earlier, is because I'm riding slower. For the first time in my life, I'm not just flying by scooters and having them disappear behind me instantly. So for the last 19 years, there's probably been tons of people using the bright lights, but I never noticed because I'm always concentrated on what's ahead of me, and I'm always speeding so much that I fly by the scooters with the brights on, and just continue on without glancing in my mirrors. Or if I do glance in my mirror, it's only half a minute before they've disappeared. And only recently have I been riding it close to the speed limit, to the point where I can notice people. Where other people actually are able to ride along with me for more than 20 seconds. So yeah, that kind of so the realization is oh shit, I've become not necessarily slow, but normal. I've actually slowed down to the point where I'm getting close to the pace of traffic. And that's partially because I'm older, partially because I'm more safety conscious, partially because I have rods in both my femurs. And what happens is if I crash a motorcycle and break my leg, they can't fix a leg twice, so what they do is they amputate. So I'm a guy that rides a motorcycle pretty much every day of his life, and if I crash it and break my leg, they will amputate. Yeah, so and I've been thinking about that a bit lately. So with that in mind, I've slowed down a bit. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, hopefully at least one of these topics was interesting for you. Sorry it's been a while since I've uploaded. I've uploaded more recently to Patreon, so you can always check me out there. I've got dozens of new videos on there that I haven't uploaded to YouTube. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'm gonna have some car videos up soon. I'm gonna show you guys. I made a lot of little modifications to my car to make it more interesting because it's a boring, cheap car. So I tried to make it more M13ish. It's now pink and covered in Hello Kitty stickers. No, I'm kidding, but not entirely. So anyways, subscribe, push the bell, support me on Patreon if you can. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching.